Hey guys, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of our favorite nighttime cloth diapering solutions. As I'm sure a lot of you know, nighttime diapering with cloth can be really challenging sometimes, especially if you have a heavy wetter or extremely heavy wetter, or boys, or big babies, or tummy sleepers, or any of the many different variables that factor into the challenges that you can have. So after lots of trial and error and lots of frustration, we found a few different setups that have worked for us and we've had some success with. So I really wanted to share those with you and hopefully help you out. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you here is these two covers with pad folds inside of them. The reason why I have two of them is because they're really similar, so I'm going to group them together. Another reason why is because this is my favorite, it used to be my favorite style of cover for overnight. This is my new favorite style of cover for overnight. Not that I started disliking this one for any reason, it's just, it's an older style. They don't make them like this anymore, and the covers that I do have in this style, the leg elastics are starting to relax. So I'm having a hard time getting a really nice tight fit with those. So I had to find an available replacement, which is the Buttons Super Cover. This is the Blueberry Capri, and this is the Buttons Super. I almost wish I would have found these sooner because, oh my goodness, these are phenomenal covers. Their prints, I think, are $19 Canadian, whereas these are $25 Canadian. And near as I can tell from my experience and just looking at them, feeling them, this is a higher quality cover. There's more material, it's a thicker waterproof material, and they have a little bit of a tummy elastic here. So they're both about the same size. They're both, I think, 12 to 40 plus pounds for weight rating. Both have the double leg gussets. Both have the flaps inside to hold an insert or pad fold. But yeah, just really like both of these covers. So inside of these covers, I'll have a pad fold. And it's not just any pad fold. I obviously have to stock it up with some more absorbency. So what I find that works for us, or what we've had success with, is a bamboo pre-fold, pad folded on top of, or either around some hemp absorbency of some kind, topped with a stay dry liner. I cannot recommend enough to get bamboo pre-folds instead of cotton pre-folds. We have a ton of different sizes of cotton pre-folds and cotton flats. Love them, always love them. We use them a ton. But since he's been about 16 months or so, he's just outgrown the absorbency of the cotton. So we ended up having to buy some bamboo, and it is substantially more absorbent than the cotton is. So really recommend that for keeping it trim, but increasing your absorbency, obviously. So anyways, this I think is an Imagine Baby pre-fold on top of a AMP hemp insert. This is just a nice big absorbent. It's not terrible for trimness, but underneath that. So those two together, let's see if I can get, I don't know, it's a couple inches. It's definitely not a trim diaper, but it is a nice absorbent diaper. So there's that one option, and then the second option here, which is actually my favorite, similar thing. I have a stay dry liner on top of this pad fold. This is a Buttons bamboo pre-fold, and inside of this pre-fold I have this little AMP hemp booster. This is the front, obviously, because he's a boy. Sometimes if I need to, or then I will fold this in half to add some more absorbency strictly in the front, but this seems to do the trick. So anyways, an AMP hemp booster, as well as a Geffen Baby Super Absorber Plus, I think it's called. It's their biggest, most absorbent insert. If I could have only these, I would have only these. These are the trimmest, most absorbent, best insert I've ever seen or ever had the pleasure of dealing with. Like I wish I could showcase just how trim these are. Anyways, I only have a few of those though, so that's why I have to use the AMP full-size inserts as well. But so I have that, and I pad fold that up in there. One reason why I really like having this folded inside of the pre-fold is because once he pees, pre-folds always have a tendency, or anything has a tendency to bunch up like this where it's wet, right? But with those two boosters in there, it keeps a little bit, maintains some of the structural integrity, and it won't bunch up quite as bad, and increasing absorbency, all that good stuff. So anyways, that's one little helpful tip there, is to stuff something inside of your pre-fold to help it maintain its shape. And then those both obviously tucked inside of the flaps. I can't do that one-handed. And then put on the baby like such. This one is a little, it's hard to show with one hand, but this one's a little bit trimmer than this one. Neither are a trim diaper though, but they are incredibly absorbent, and the double leg gussets really help contain that big mass of absorbent material. So the trick with nighttime diapering for me always is trying to find the fine line between having enough absorbency, so having it thick enough to have enough absorbent material in it, but not having it too thick where your pad fold or your absorbent material is actually pulling the diaper away from your baby, creating little leg gaps here and thus creating leaks, right? So there's a fine line there, and it's always a challenge to try and find it, but I think with these two, especially with the double leg gussets, I've managed to find that nice fine line. So those two, excellent options, really recommend them. They're definitely our favorites. All right, so my second option here, my second solution is a cover on top of a fitted. This is a Nuggles size 2 cover. I think it's called their Tuck Wrap Go cover. This is a company based out of Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. Really recommend them. She's got exceptional products and they have exceptional customer service. But anyways, really nice, wide, generous size cover. Has the flaps inside to tuck and insert in, as well as the double leg gussets. This would actually work really well for the first solution that I mentioned. They're just not quite as tall as I would like them to be, and he's outgrown that, so I can't use that for him for that anymore, but for others I would recommend that. Anyways, rambling. And inside of that I have their size 2 Bamboo Luxe, I think they call it, size 2 bamboo velour material fitted. This fitted comes with one snap-in insert of the same material, that soft bamboo material. This is it's getting a little worn, and it was dried on the line, so it doesn't look quite as plush as it once did, but it still works really well. Anyways, and then I also purchased the additional, I think it's their 8-layer cotton overnight soaker or something like that. I can't remember what they call it, but anyways, it's got 2 tongues here, and it snaps together. Obviously I snap it in the front for him because he's a boy. And then I lie that in there, and then I cinch that up on him. And I would also add this little AMP booster, folded in half and just set out front like that before I would put the cover on. When I first learned the trick about putting some additional absorbency outside of the fitted rather than trying to shove this inside as well, that was a game changer. Because like I mentioned before, the importance of having a diaper fit well and not have any leg gaps, it's also really important that you don't have leg gaps or on your fitted as well. You think, oh, it's the fitted, it's all absorbent, it just stays inside of the diaper cover. No, it's really important that your fitted fits well. So yeah, that was a game changer there. So unfortunately, we can't use this solution anymore. Like I mentioned before, our son's got a really bad wetness sensitivity he developed, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. So this is no longer an option for us, but for many, many months, this was our go-to solution. Highly recommend it. Really, really loved it. So this last option I wanted to mention, it's not my favorite, but it is definitely a suitable option. This one is really, really cool because it's just a simple, extra stuffed pocket diaper that is really easy for somebody like a caregiver or grandparent or somebody like that to put on for a nighttime diaper. I think that's really important to have, something that's quick, something that's easy, or something that's just really quick and easy to throw on in the middle of the night if you do need another nighttime diaper change. So I really like the Bum Genius 5.0s for this. They're wide, they're generous with their sizing, so you can fit extra absorbency in there and still maintain that ability to have a nice snug fit around the legs. And this tummy panel here, I think, is a really nice feature to look for if you're going to try using a pocket diaper for a nighttime diaper. So stay dry material, obviously, also a nice added benefit. And inside of this I have a similar, or the same thing I guess, as I had in one of those covers before, the pad folded covers. And it's just one of these Grovia bamboo prefolds. Again, bamboo prefold, really important to use bamboo because it's super, super absorbent. And then underneath that I have another one of these AMP 3-ply inserts. So those two stuffed into this pocket, really quick, really easy, and again, not trim, but trim enough in this nice generous sized pocket diaper that you can still get a nice fit around the legs. That might not be the case for you, but for us at least, I'm still able to get that snug fit around his legs without gaps. So yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, guys, so it's always really important to put your quickest absorbing material on top and your slowest absorbing material on the bottom. So obviously I don't have any in here right now, and obviously you don't want to put microfiber right up against your baby's skin, but say if you were to use this 5.0 with the microfiber inserts that it came with, in addition to say like this hemp insert, you would put the microfiber on top, or underneath here, but on top of the hemp, because microfiber absorbs very fast, whereas hemp absorbs very slow, but it absorbs quite a bit more. So like here, your bamboo cotton absorbs faster than your hemp cotton blends, so you want the bamboo cotton on top with the hemp cotton underneath. So all right, guys, there you have it. I really hope that you can give some of these a try, and I really hope that you can have some success with them. I just know how incredibly disheartening and incredibly frustrating cloth diapering at night can be. There's nothing worse than spending all that time and money and doing all that work to give it an honest try and to cloth diaper at night, only to end up having to change diapers and bedding and pajamas multiple times throughout the middle of the night. It's just super exhausting, super frustrating. But like I said, after lots of trial and error, we found these solutions that really work for us, and I hope that they will really work for you as well. If you have a different cloth diapering setup for nighttime that you think is bulletproof, or you find you have a lot of success with, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below and share that wisdom, because the more information that we have, the better, right? So as always, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you're all having a great day.